If you want an unstoppable build that can dunk on the entire team, dribble and move like Steezo, get contact dunks with no meter consistently, and take post hooks that can green every single time over any defender, and shoot from nearly half court, get snatch blocks, and have the ability to get plucks so consistently that if you're in a 1v1 game, you can grade your opponent out almost like you're a pure lock, then this build is for you. I found by far the best 6'9" point guard build in the game, and if you guys want to thank me for putting you on to the sauce and you want consistent fire content, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Now jumping right into the video, as you guys could see, we go 6'9" point guard, minimum weight with a 7'6" wingspan. Make sure you guys follow closely throughout the entire video so you can see exactly how I built this video, because everything in this video has a purpose. So starting out with the first rating, we're going to go with an 84 close shot. Now the reason why you want to go with an 84 close shot is so that way you get gold fearless finisher and gold masher. Gold fearless finisher is an extremely important badge, and the 84 close shot is going to allow you to get Hall of Fame Giant Slayer and Hall of Fame Pro Touch. Now another big reason why we go with this 84 close shot, for all you people who think that close shot is not important, is for this right here. As you can see on that clip, I had no adrenaline, so I had no chance to score. So I just went down, backed down the opponent, and did a post hook. So you literally have an unstoppable bailout move that you can go to when you put this 84 close shot rating. When I have no adrenaline or I need to get a shot up late in the shot clock, I can go to this post hook and I can green it every single time. I could do this every time down the court, but you know, I just feel like that's a little too cheesy. I really only go to it when I need to, but you could do this every time and score consistently. A lot of people don't know this, and that's why we go with the 84 close shot. Now for the next rating, we want to go with an 80 driving layup. The main purpose for this is just so we can get jelly layups, and it'll increase our layup make percentage with that gold fearless finisher and the Hall of Fame Giant Slayer. Now for the next rating, this is one of the most important ratings on this build, and that is the 96 driving dunk. The reason why you want to go with this 96 driving dunk is so you can get my favorite badge in the game, Hall of Fame Limitless Takeoff. Now in my opinion, this is the most overpowered badge in NBA 2K23 if you know how to use it. Go check out my guide on how to dunk every time and my guide on Limitless Takeoff itself once you're done watching this video. That way you can utilize this build to its fullest potential, because the way that I use this Hall of Fame Limitless Takeoff, it's made me pretty much unstoppable, and it's really the foundation of this build, and it's what really brings everything else together when it comes to being quite literally unstoppable. So make sure you guys put that 96 driving dunk, and it also allows you to get that gold posterizer with all of the contact dunks, every single dunk in the game you get, and you're going to be able to get these posters with no meter consistently. You won't even have to use a dunk meter, and you're going to be getting contact dunks. Now for the next rating, you want to make sure that you go with the 61 stand dunk. You don't need to go any higher than that. It's not really important. And keep in mind, with these finishing ratings, you also get that gold slithery, which is also extremely important. We do run that. So jumping into shooting, just max out the three-point shot. Don't touch mid-range. You don't need a mid-range on this build. And you really want to go with this 83 three-point shot, so that way you get the silver Agent 3. Now you guys can see we're 2 points shy of silver limitless range, but limitless range honestly is not that important in this game. That is not what we're going for with this build. We really just want this silver Agent 3 because it's going to pop up on almost every single jump shot you take off the dribble. So these shots you see me taking in these clips, Agent 3 is helping me get a bigger green window on these shots. And then we go with the limitless range takeover so we can take shots from nearly half court. We don't need the limitless range badge. It's not really that important. You guys can see with no takeover, I'm still taking limitless shots. I'm not right up on the three-point line on all of these shots. So you don't need silver limitless. What you really need is silver Agent 3. That way you can green fades when you're open, and then you can take shots off the dribble and green them consistently because of the boost that Agent 3 gives you to your green window. So now if you guys are wondering why we only go with 16 shooting badges, that's exactly why. We don't need a ton of shooting badges on this build. Deadeye is not really effective this year. Blinders is not really effective this year. The most important badges really are Amped, Agent 3, and Limitless Range on bronze, and we get those badges. Now, jumping into playmaking, as you guys can see, we go with the maxed out 87 ball handle. That's going to get us the gold clamp breaker, which is a really important badge on this build. It's going to allow you to break through defenders that don't really have a high defensive rating, and you're going to be able to just brush them to the side and get easy layups and dunks in the lane. 75 speed with ball, so that way we're fast with the ball after our acceleration caps out. And then pass accuracy, you want to go with an 82, just so that way we get the 22 potential badge points for playmaking. And now jumping into defense, this is extremely important, guys. Make sure you go with this 85 steal rating for Silver Glove. If you guys know what you're doing in this game, Silver Glove is extremely overpowered. As you can see in these clips, I'm in a 1v1 game, and what I'm doing is I'm actually using my right stick for plucks. I'm not using square, and that's allowing me to get an even higher percentage of steals than if I were to use square. And this is on a 6'9" point guard with gold unpluckable. I checked after the game, I checked his 2K card because I couldn't believe how many steals I was getting. And this is when I first put on Silver Glove, and I was just plucking him like crazy to the point where he graded out and he had gold unpluckable. So keep that in mind, guys. You don't need really anything higher than Silver Glove if you know what you're doing. Now for the next most important rating on defense, we're gonna go with an 87 block. And the reason why we get an 87 block is so that way we get Silver Anchor. That's gonna allow you to get snatch blocks consistently. It's gonna really help you make your opponents miss around the rim, and it's going to work in tandem with Gold Chase Down Artist, which you also get on this build. So you really do need Silver Anchor, at least in this game. Now, I don't really notice a big difference between Silver Anchor and Gold Anchor, so you don't need that 93 block. Trust me, you put this 87 block, put on Silver Anchor, you are going to be making your opponents miss when you time your blocks around the rim consistently. You're going to be able to get snatch blocks, chase down blocks. Go with Silver Anchor, get an 87 block. Now for perimeter defense, we're going to go with a 78. Now you can go 79 if you want. That is an option on this build. It's really up to you guys. If you go with a 79 perimeter defense, you're going to get Silver Challenger. However, I have not found Challenger to be effective at all in this year's game. I've used it on gold, I've used it on silver, I've used it on bronze. It's really not effective at all in this game. So go with whatever perimeter defense you want between 78 and 79. It really does not matter. That's all you need to make your opponents miss consistently with well-timed right stick contests. Now for offensive rebound, we're going to go with a 67. That way you get consistent offensive rebounds when you have your opponent boxed out. And then acceleration and speed, you're going to go with an 80 acceleration and a 70 speed. The reason why an 80 acceleration is so important is so that way you can speed boost quickly with the ball, because acceleration only works with the ball in this game. It does not work with off-ball movement. It is only with the ball, so it works in tandem with your quick first step badge. So make sure you have that 80 acceleration, and speed does not matter when you're dribbling the ball. Speed is only for off-ball, and you only really need a 70 or 71 speed. You do not need anything higher than a 70 speed. Trust me, check my clips, check my gameplay, and all my recent gameplays. I am flying down the court with the 6'9". Go with a 70 speed. That way you can get all of these ratings working together so you can have a literal demigod. Now for vertical, you got to go 82 on next gen. On next gen, you have to go with an 82 vert so you get all of the dunk animations. Perimeter defense, as you can see, we get it to a 79 there when we put our stamina at 88. However, if we bring that perimeter defense back down to a 78, we can go with a 90 stamina, which does help. It really does not matter. At this point, you guys can play around with it how you want, but make sure you leave everything else that I pointed out the exact same. So as you can see, we go with the 70 speed, we get the 90 stamina, and we still have a 79 perimeter defense. So in my opinion, this is the best configuration you guys can go with. if you want to play like me, if you want to be a literal unstoppable demigod in this game. Now, for primary takeover, go with what you want, but I highly recommend going with limitless range. That way, when you get your takeover activated, your first takeover, you're able to shoot from near half court. That way, you don't really need your limitless range badge at all, because it is so easy to get your first takeover bar, especially if you have accelerator. Now, for the second, I like to go with slashing. I like to go with slashing because if you check out Laker Fans' video, it shows that it boosts everything. It boosts your acceleration, your speed with ball, your ball handle. So I like to go with slasher. So when I have double takeover, I'm even faster with the ball. That's the main reason why I go with slasher take for my second takeover. Now, as you can see, the build name is an inside out score. And now let's jump into what I did with my extra badge points, because this is extremely important. Now, what you guys are going to see is I have 26 total playmaking badges now, and I have 19 total finishing. So I added one badge onto finishing from my level 39 from season 1, and then I added my +4 that you get in my career onto playmaking. By doing this, you're going to be able to get literally every badge you could possibly need to dominate in this game. And with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this build video. Make sure you guys check out my other content. I have so many videos already on this build with my jump shot that I use, my dunk animations, how to dunk every single time, how to use limitless takeoff to your advantage. Make sure you guys go and check out those videos. And with that being said, guys, this has been Boy Breeze, and I'm signing out. Peace.